All right, so this is me gonna cover the abdominal portion. There should be a dog that the head is in the sternal position, and then the body will be in right lateral recumbency. And then here's our thorax, and then this is our lumbar area. So what I've drawn in here is this would be the last rib. So we're gonna pretend this is a large breed dog, and about 1.5 to 2 inches behind the last rib, we'll then make an incision, okay, through the skin. When we make that incision through the skin, this is going to be the dorsal side of the dog. This is the ventral aspect of the abdomen over here, okay? And the incision for a large dog is probably going to be about 3.5 inches. Once we go through that skin, okay, you're going to get down to the muscles here, and there's going to be the external abdominal obliques, internal abdominal obliques, but basically you're going to come up to a muscle belly that looks like this with fibers, okay, that are coming across at an angle here. What you're going to do is you're going to follow those fibers and you're going to separate them along here in a path, okay? And when you separate those, so you make an incision here and an incision through here, and then you're going to go through there, and usually I use a pair of scissors and I turn them around and then I get into there. Once you've gone through this muscle belly, then you're going to come to the transverse fibers of the abdominal muscles, okay? And they're going to go in a different pattern. So you're going to greatly see the difference between angling this way and then straight up and down. And in here, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to make a linear incision that follows the fibers. Once you've done that, then you're going to again separate those fibers. Now, after you separate those fibers, you're going to come down to a white sheen area. When you get to that white sheen area, this is going to be your peritoneal cavity. You're going to lift that up, and then you're going to nick that, and you're going to make an incision, and then probably it'll be about 1.5 inches. And when you get through there, you're then going to see the peritoneal contents. Usually you see a fair bit of omentum. All right, now remember from before that we've used the pusher, okay, or the trocar, okay, and here's our shunt, and this is the valve that's up by the head. We've pulled the rest to this abdomen. It's come out here subcutaneously. We now then tuck the rest of this into the peritoneal cavity. Again, it's going to want to come out, okay? Once you have that in there, okay, what do you do then? Okay, well, you're going to do a purse string, and a purse string is going to go around, okay, the shunt or the distal portion of the shunt that's in the peritoneal cavity, okay? Don't make that crazy too tight, just tight enough to hold. Then you're going to get to the muscle layers, okay, the transverse abdominal muscles. And again, you're going to have the shunt, and what are you going to do with that? Well, you're going to put a finger trap on that to the level of the muscles. Then you're going to close up the last muscle belly on top of that. Over here, you're going to close up this muscle belly. Once you've done that, you're going to come back to the skin, okay? You're going to make sure there's plenty of excess shunt sitting here in the sub-Q, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to close the sub-Q, and then you're going to close the cutaneous layer as well. And that is the abdominal portion of placing the shunt.